Hello everyone, welcome to Nib Pickin'. My name is Steven and I'm giving you an artist take on fountain pens. Today I will be using a few of my favorite pens to create some holiday postcards, and I'll be mailing those off to a few of my subscribers. So watch on if you'd like to see how you can get a postcard from me, and hope you enjoy. Just going to go over really quickly the materials that I used for today. I went with red and green colored inks as well as a black to just kind of give things that little festive flavor to them. This is the Kaweco Sport in green, and I have this Diamine Sherwood green ink inside of it. And then the Pen BBS 456, which has another Diamine ink, Poppy Red. And this Platinum Preppy, which says extra fine, but actually the nib is a fine. It's a long story. And inside of that, I have Noodler's Bulletproof Black. In the very beginning of the video, before the video starts, actually, I did my pencil work with this Staedtler 0.5 mechanical pencil, which is using HB lead right now. I taped down my borders with this washi tape, which I got from either Michael's or Target. I don't know, it was a long time ago. But the main idea behind this tape is that it's not so adhesive that when I stick it on, I can't pull it off without tearing it. And then finally, this is the Etcher Labs premium watercolor postcards that I use for all of my postcards. It's great for watercolor, it's great for pen and ink. I've used it in a couple of videos before. Anyway, those are the materials. I put links to all of them down below if you want to check out the materials I used today. All right, let's get to it. Right, so this is some very bright and sincere type of music to go along with this sarcastic and I'll say slightly rude card that I came up with. This idea of just having that Christmas spirit, whether or not it is well received. Deck those halls. This is deck the halls or else. This was a fun card to do. I do think that it's not really my strength to do the hand lettering with the fonts and the embellishments and stuff, but once I had it all figured out, I feel like it went pretty well, so maybe that is something that I'm getting better at. And of course, you don't get better at things until you practice and try them, so this one plus two other cards that I did involve this kind of hand lettering technique, and I just had to keep going at it with my sketchbook until I found something that I liked. That's the main thing that you've got to do, is just make sure that you keep practicing until it's good. I do put sketches down on this stuff before I put in the pen work, and whenever there's a sketch, there's always a lot of planning that goes into it behind all that. So once I get into the actual part of drawing, it's really fun to just kind of relax, put the lines where they need to go, enjoy holding my pens and using them, and just trusting in all of the work that I put in ahead of time to make it look good. And I think this card looks good. It's one of my favorites of the ones that I did for this video. So it's yeah, cool. I hope you enjoy this one. I do kind of get here a little chance to kind of embellish and play with things, filling out the lines to be a certain way. I don't have everything 100% figured out when I'm going to do something, but I do have the big shapes and where I want the values to be and that kind of thing. So there's still some room to play, and I usually find myself modifying things up until the last minute, as is definitely the case with this particular one. But there it is. Yeah, I remember putting these red lines in the side that wasn't originally part of my plan, but I thought it'd be nice to integrate a few more red pen strokes because those are kind of lacking, just to give it a little bit of unity in the final card. And there it is. deck the halls or, you know. Anyway, here's another concept that took me quite a long time to do. In this case, not because of the lettering that went in. I barely paid any attention to that. But I had this funny concept that I wanted to do 2020 as kind of like a Christmas sweater, one of those ugly Christmas sweaters, because if 2020 was a sweater, it would be an ugly sweater. I resisted the urge up until the last moment to do something political. So it's just toilet paper rolls and bleach and coronavirus and masks and all that stuff. I don't know, some people do consider the scientific research behind the virus to be a political thing. I'm not gonna go into all that mess. But yeah, this is another example of something that it looked really good on the sketch, and then in the final version, it just felt like it was lacking. I would have normally stopped right about the point where I started to do the letters. That's where I would have stopped what I thought would look good in the sketch, but then I felt like it was missing so much that I actually ended up going back in and putting some colors and textures into the sweater itself just to give it a little more substance. So yeah, not everything looks as good in the sketchbook as it does in the final, but I'm happy with how that came out after I added all that stuff in. And I sort of painted myself into a corner with that stripe in the center with the masks that I made green, which I kind of regret. But I ended up just leaving them white, and it sort of worked. The border added a lot of depth to it, made it look kind of nice. This is 2020 Christmas sweater edition. That was a fun one. Right. Once again, this one here is a lot to do with hand lettering and trying to make it match a theme. This sort of thing that I feel like I'm having to constantly say, please wash your hands, please wear a mask, that coronavirus is no joke. Everyone stay happy and healthy as much as you can in these unprecedented times. I personally, not to make it political or anything, I just want everyone to be safe and to live to see another holiday season. So this is my message to you. Although it's been said many times, many ways, please wash your hands and please wear a mask and keep 6 feet of social distance. It's just for this 1 year, guys. So that's this card that I made. I'm starting to feel a little more confident in that hand lettering because I'm getting more stuff done that I like this card. I do really like how it turned out, as you'll see. But in the same way, as relates to the other one where I did the whole card and then I realized it feels a little blank and empty in space because of all that white. So I ended up going in with the washi tape again, giving this a little bit of a border, just doing some lines with the Platinum Preppy. And this is Noodler's Bulletproof Black. It's a nice black. It's not a super dark black, so it kind of goes in and doesn't command too much attention, which is sort of what I wanted here. There it is. Please wash your hands. Okay, now this one might be a bit of a deep cut. This is a tribute to one of my favorite new Christmas songs, the Christmas Unicorn by Sufjan Stevens. If you've never heard that, go look it up. It's on YouTube. It is a jam, and it's not the kind of thing that you would think would fit into a Christmas song collection, but it's a surprisingly Christmas song, and it's super weird and quirky and awesome. So I included lyrics from the song on the right hand side. That's what's going to go in after I finish my unicorn. And this also took a lot of study because I'm not very good at horses, which is, that's what a unicorn is. It's a horse with a horn. But I figured it out after study. That's how it has to be with anything in art. If you don't get it right away, it just means you need to study it, and then you learn. So yeah, and this one I didn't do much with the border, but I did put a little border around it. I think it makes it look nice. And there it is. All right, so I had a lot of fun creating these 4 postcards, and now the best part is that I get to send them out to some of you. I'm really grateful this year for all of the great comments and great conversations that I've had about pens and about art and about all that other stuff, so it's my way of giving back. If you are interested in receiving one of these postcards, all you have to do is be a subscriber to my channel. Leave a comment down below which of these 4 is your favorite, and I would love to send that one to you. I'll be choosing a winner per card based on what comments I received. I really have enjoyed this year learning how to use this YouTube platform to talk about something I really love and hearing from you guys. So thank you so much. You all are the best. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content from me, and happy holidays.